even now. As I realize nothing can pierce the numbness that poisons every sense, I still feel a kind of wonder. Imagining how patient it's been, its origins, its growth, its quiet, deliberate spread. That thought alone makes me tremble. Somewhere between despair and awe, I've started to sympathize with it. The thing that devours meaning, it's the only thing left that feels real. The only thing with purpose. I used to study memetic theory, digital sociology, how information infects and mutates through the internet. My work focused on how ideas spread, how they die, how they evolve. When the usual patterns grew dull, I turned to the outskirts, lost forums, dead P2Ps, forgotten IRCs. I wanted to document digital decay. That's when I found it. The channel name wasn't text, it wasn't an image either. It was a symbol, jagged, as symmetric and wrong as if the screen were bending to contain it. The site's code showed nothing unusual. In fact, the channel shouldn't have existed at all. The next morning, I turned on my backup drive. My keyboard's letters were gone, replaced by the symbol. Every key. The Philips logo on my monitor had become 7 of them. Even a snack bag on my desk carried the mark. I thought it was a prank. 2 friends known for their twisted humor. I gathered everything contaminated and threw it into a ditch on the way to work. At lunch, I went to a diner and glanced at the menu. The word mayonnaise had been replaced by the symbol. I asked the man behind me if he could see it. His face twitched violently, then went blank. The cashier's body spasmed when I said mayonnaise, then she stared as if I'd spoken nonsense. Panic set and I ran to a grocery store. Tearing through aisles, shouting for mayonnaise, no one knew what I was talking about. The shelves where it should have been were lined with small gray statuettes, each carved with the same symbol. When I pointed them out, the shoppers convulsed and looked at me blankly as if the words had never existed. The memory of it, of mayonnaise, seemed to vanish from their minds as soon as it was seen. Dictionaries, cookbooks, all rewritten, every instance of the word replaced, even recipes that couldn't function without it. I asked a stranger to read aloud a recipe. When he reached the symbol, he seized uncontrollably, then continued reading as if nothing had happened. When I asked what you'd get from mixing egg yolk and oil, he said, "Sounds tasty." "You get mayonnaise?" I told him. He twitched, blinked, and asked, "Sorry?" So I lied. Keseve Russian paste. Keseve, he said, "Sounds good with tuna." That night, I searched my dictionary again. The symbol was spreading, words fading faster. Then came a knock at the door. My girlfriend was home, smiling, unaware. I didn't tell her anything. I cooked dinner. When I said the word normal, her throat locked, her body convulsed. She couldn't say it back. From then on, every time she saw the symbol, she forgot it instantly. Her mind worked around the absence like an amputee ignoring a missing limb. Soon, even her compassion for my fear turned to confusion. She couldn't remember what I was talking about. And then the words themselves began to vanish. Statue, nails, strong, each replaced by the gray symbol. Buildings collapsed, people fell apart. My girlfriend's fingertips turned gray and marked. The day I woke to see the symbols in place of her eyes, I understood she wasn't suffering anymore. She couldn't even remember what sight was. I ended it for her mercy. I told myself. After that, language itself began to rot. The moon became the symbol, then the tides went mad. People starved, blind, wordless. One by one, their mouths vanished, sparing me from their voiceless cries. Now everything, cities, oceans, air, turns to gray stone etched with the mark. Somehow I remain untouched, surrounded by a shrinking circle of meaning. Perhaps it's sparing me. Perhaps it's playing. I write this on the last scrap of paper that still is paper. The planet's elements have begun turning into whatever substance the symbol represents, a lifeless mineral of pure negation. Maybe the universe will become one vast sigil, cold and total. Maybe it's lonely. Maybe that's why it came. If this reaches you, in another world, another dimension, don't look for it, don't name it. You'll know it when you see it.